Welcome back to the basics of MailChimp, and we're going to look today at creating a campaign. Now, a campaign is basically just an email that you're going to send out, but at first it looks kind of daunting. So we're going to take this slowly and we're going to do it in two parts. First, we're going to start with this video showing you how to set up a campaign, and then in the second part, how to design the actual email that goes out. So let's begin by creating a campaign. When you come into MailChimp, you'll see these tabs across the top, these little links. Just click on campaigns and it'll get you to this page that we have here. Now you're going to see this button here and it says create campaign. Simply click on it and it will take you to another page that will ask you the type of campaign that you want to create. Again, campaign is just another word for email. You have four options. One is a regular campaign. That produces a rich text HTML email along with a plain text alternative version that people can choose to get either one. The plain text campaign is one where you just have plain text, no pictures, nothing. An A/B testing campaign is where you can create up to three different versions of your email to test the best subject line, from, name, content, pictures, anything. So if you wanted to do some testing of, say, different book covers in a email, you could do that. RSS campaign is sort of interesting. Basically what that one does is it sets up a link to, for all practical purposes, your blog, and your blog then delivers that RSS content automatically to your mailing list whenever it is updated. You can also set specific times for it to update. A lot of things that can be done there. Too much for us to get into in a basic class, but if you really want to get your blog out to your mailing list, this is a good way to do it. But we're going to do a regular campaign. That's the simplest, so we're just going to click select, and it will eventually take us over to a list, to the list area. This is where we choose which list we're going to send this to. Now I have a list set up called Sandbox. So I'm just going to click on Sandbox. Sandbox is just a test list. It has my 3 email addresses, one for Outlook, one for Yahoo, and one for Gmail. That way I can test it in each of the 3 major email clients. So we have that. So I said here I'm going to send it to the entire list. You can also send to a save segment of the list, or create a group, which is a segment of your list, and you can paste emails to build a segment. Forget about all that. Too advanced for what we're going to do. Just click send to the entire list. We're going to click next. And again, we wait for it to load, and here we are. Now, this is a longer page. If you look at it here, you'll see that it runs down for about 3 screens. So we're going to start with the top and name your campaign. So we're going to call this Newsletter Test 5. And that tells you how many cuts I've had of this tape so far. And we're going to give you an email subject. And so let's see, new course offered. Okay? And a couple of things here. You can use conversations to manage replies. Basically, when enabled, this generates a special reply to address for your campaign. So if people want to respond to you, they can do so. Well, that's a pretty good idea, so I'm going to keep that. Then personalize the to field. A little bit advanced for this basic course, but it's a way that you can put into it a name, for instance, of the person, that sort of thing. Don't worry about that now. We're going to keep this simple for this. You'll add your from email address and your from name. So I just put Terry Main and my email address, terrymain@outlook.com. Now tracking, this has to do with the statistics that they will give you. On this side, you have some of the most common track opens, how many people opened your email, how many people clicked on links which were in the email. Those are two that you probably want to do. Track plain text clicks, that'd probably be good as well for those people that play that. Google Analytics, link tracking, this will link to your Google Analytics if you have that on your web page where you're sending people to link to. I'm not going to deal with that. Again, that's for an advanced course. Same thing for these others over here. Many of these have to do with various types of integration with tracking programs. Again, beyond the scope of this lesson. Social media. Now you can click to auto tweet the campaign as, and you can click in here and put in a message. New novel writing class offered, just $20. Find out more. Okay, so I've got that there. Over on the other side, auto post to Facebook. Now when with this one, I can actually choose any of my pages as well as my profile where I want to send this. So I can choose to send it to my profile and to one of my pages, which is called Wordmaster Courses, and one called Wordmaster Academy, and then my basic fan page, which I can't seem to find, a Wordmaster Media, Terry Main. So I can set that to go to all of those. Now this is just a test, so I don't want those actually checked. So I'm going to uncheck them. And if we scroll on down, we find more options. One is to auto-convert video. Now, if you have a link to an embedded video, this will automatically render it properly. Now, I don't have any videos in this, but if you do have a video, then it's a good idea to click that. But we don't need that because we aren't going to put any videos in. Now we click Next, and our next step here is going to take us to the actual design of your email. That is where we're going to pick up in our next video, because it's more detailed and needs to have its own discussion. So until next time, this has been the email basics for MailChimp, and I'll catch you on the flip side.